Now, there is a competitive and contested race for mayor in Toms River. And how many times have you heard me talk about how important it is to elect good and great mayors? We need mayors because when the governor tries to push nonsense on these towns, if you've got a strong mayor to fight back, you're going to be in good hands. The folks that are the last wall, the last defense for taxpayers and families are the local leaders. And joining me now is a woman who's got a great career that she has already served and now is looking ahead to serve the people in Toms River at an increased capacity as their mayor. And I'm proud to say that I will be going door to door with her at 6 o'clock, I think 6 o'clock on Monday, 6:15. We're looking forward to that. Please welcome Geri Ambrosio. Geri, welcome to Common Ground. How are you?
Bill, I'm doing wonderful. So glad to be here with you and your listeners.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us. We were able to work it out. I'm going to be in Manhattan in the afternoon on Monday, but we worked it out with our team, and we are going to race back to make it in time for 6 o'clock to meet you to start knocking on doors. Let's talk about this. You are running against this election on June 6th will effectively choose the next mayor for Toms River. You got 4 people in the race. You've got a great ticket. Monday Light Body Fossa. I see the signs behind you. You know, Sergio Fossa and I have worked together. He's a great guy. Your whole team is strong, constituent service oriented. Why are you running for mayor in Toms River, and why did you decide to take on the incumbent Republican?
I am running for mayor. I have lived here in Toms River for 54 years. I've been part of the Republican organization here in Toms River for 30 years. I love this town. This is my town. And when I saw what our current mayor was doing to our town and to our Republican organization, I could not sit back any longer and watch it happen. So there are a lot of issues. It's going to be real tough, but I am on day one ready to make a difference. I am ready to work with the people of this town to bring back the values that we here in Toms River appreciate, the values that are part of everything that we do. And I am so glad to have this opportunity to go ahead and be, like you had said about your previous guest, to be a champion for Toms River, because we need one. We can't just sit back and let people get elected and then forget about who they're working for. The current leadership is terrible, and they have forgotten who they were elected by and what they were elected to do. And that's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and...
Geri, let's talk about that, because terrible is a strong word. I tend to agree with you. And you know, I look at this, and this is something that is plaguing towns across New Jersey with overdevelopment that we're seeing in these towns, and this push. I mean, it's like they're trying to cut their best deal with affordable housing, et cetera. And what's ending up happening is we're crushing the local infrastructure. We're putting an undue burden on the middle-class taxpayers that are already there. How do you see this in the context of overdevelopment, what the current mayor is doing and what you will do differently?
It's not just our COA obligation. The current mayor is working with an attorney who happens to be his largest fundraiser. And that attorney is representing an out-of-town developer who is a big Democratic donor who has come into our town to create a city within a beautiful, picturesque town setting. They're trying to develop 2 10-story towers on our Toms River in our historic downtown area, something that would change the landscape of our community for generations to come. And we have no way of knowing whether or not the demographics who come into our town will change it. Will we get more, Democrats into the town? We have no way of knowing how this changes our town. We have even many of our leaders who had been previously mayors are coming forward, and they're saying, please don't do this to us. Listen to the people. We want other ideas. We were told when we bonded to purchase this open space that what the mayor's intentions were to put some wonderful things downtown, restaurants and so forth, that the townspeople could enjoy, not to invite into our town people from other areas who are going to be living in a complex that is 10 stories high, 10 stories of residential apartment dwellings on top of 16,000 square feet of commercial. It just doesn't fit our town.
Well, and what happens there is then the infrastructure costs go up. I mean, whether they're Democrats, Republicans, Independents, the reality is that you're increasing the burden on the infrastructure, and what that inevitably does, and we've seen this play out across the state, it raises the tax burden on the local folks that are there calling it home. I mean, you struck a nerve when you said you've been there 54 years. You know, I've had this conversation with my good friend Jamie Barbario, who is the mayor in Parsippany Troy Hills, largest town in Morris County. And he talks about that you've had this influx of new people coming in, and there's at least one in particular on the council that has been in the town for 10 minutes and is already coming in and challenging things that have been there for decades in a way that is detrimental to the taxpayers and the families. So I applaud you, Geri. You know me, I put my my money in my shoe leather where my mouth is. So I will be there. Jody will be with me, and we are going to be knocking on doors 6 o'clock in Toms River. Now, I don't have a meetup spot yet. I know that you and our team will work that out. So everybody check in at billspadea.com/events. It's billspadea.com/events. And make sure that you check out where we're going to be Monday night. It's the night before the election. And if you live in Toms River, I hope that I get to meet you when I come knocking at the door. Don't turn the lights on and pretend you're not home. I know you're there. I'm going to be there. Thank you, Geri.
Bill, there's a lot at stake in this election, and we need people to come out on June 6th and vote for column B. Help us fight back. Thank you.
Column B. I love it. Geri Ambrosio, always good to talk to you. I'll see you Monday night. Thank you.